Personally, I was able to turn roughly $100,000 worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum into about $1 million worth just because I bought at the end of last year, so I basically 10x'd my money, and that got the attention of people like Logan Paul, who invited me to his Impulsive podcast channel, where I made a really bold prediction about how Elon Musk was probably going to be the first CEO from a Fortune 500 company to buy into Bitcoin, and then 1 month later, that's exactly what ended up happening. Now, I looked really smart, I got the credit for it, but the truth is, anyone could have told you that if they were paying attention to the conversation that Elon had with Michael Saylor on Twitter. Elon was like, how do I buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin? And then Michael Saylor was like, I'm a billionaire, I'll show you with this one trick they don't want you to know. And then Elon was like, thanks, Giga Chad Saylor.
Crazy about that 90 million in 90 days thing. I literally in the video say it generated 50 million in primary sales. There's been 41 million in secondary, which I get 10% of, which means it's 54 million. Like, right? And that's, but I also carry a multi-million-dollar payroll. ETH goes up and down. Like, there's costs. Like, I'm running I didn't make it. The company of VeeFriends made the 54. You pay 27 in taxes. You have expenses. VeeCon's gonna cost me fucking 5, 7, 10, like a year. Like, people are just so fucking, everybody wants to read a headline and be like, all my friends are like, Gary, 91. I'm like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, you have a business bone in your body. Do you understand how shit actually works?
I stay in the metaverse from now on. This cash, these book bags of cash I got, I'm gonna get rid of all that. It's just over with. I don't got no more cash. Damn. I ain't walking around with cash no more. That's over. I'm flexing a whole nother way. You can run up on me if you want to. Yeah. Crypto into like real money.
Oh, okay.
The NFT I bought was like the biggest NFT, like Bored Apes do.
Yeah, that's the biggest series.
I don't want no more cash though.
What do you want instead?
One. Ethereum.
Do you live in the real world?
Metaverse.
Okay.
I stay in the metaverse from now on. This cash, these book bags of cash I got, I'm gonna get rid of all that. It's just over with. I don't got no more cash. I ain't walking around with cash. That shit over.
Biggest fuck up, biggest misstep of all time. I still just know that it wouldn't have ever worked long term. When me and Rice originally started this clout gang shit, Mr. Beast was the biggest FaZe fan. Would have joined FaZe in a second, wanted to be a part of FaZe, you know what I mean? He wasn't a gamer, and at the time we specifically just played Call of Duty shit like that, you know what I mean? Clout gang starts up, we start the Clout House, the house comes and visits. He stayed there for a few days, and he wanted to join Clout gang. And he wanted to join the house and all that shit. We just didn't, it wasn't like completely off the table, because he was a substantially like sized guy, nothing compared to where he's at now, but it's just like wasn't that he's a great kid and we're not, you know?
Can you imagine
What's an NFT?
An NFT is a non-fungible token, and so it's a digital asset where there is only one copy of that asset on the entire blockchain. Now, NFTs can be used to represent many different kinds of things. They can be used to represent works of art. Sometimes they're used to represent conference tickets. They're used to represent ENS names, which is kind of like a digital name on the blockchain that you can have. So you can use NFTs to do lots of things.
Right now, the major superpowers of the world, USA, Russia, China, are rapidly working to develop their AI technologies. Now take a look at this tweet. Scary, right? Well, it gets worse. Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, well, president, really, he's a dictator, is working to reestablish the former Soviet Union. Let's assume that he succeeds with that, okay? Now, think about it. Who's against us? The potential Soviet Union, China, North Korea, Afghanistan, now controlled by the Taliban, Pakistan, Iran, who we almost went to war with just a couple years ago. Now let's look at that on a map. Now, I know all these countries have their differences with each other too, but they all have one common enemy, and that's the United States.
Yeah, World of Women. I'm gonna purchase this real quick for my homegirl, Miss Jane Hancock. Buy now. I want you, buddy. Come on home. Come on home with me. Don't. Come on over to my wallet.
Like, you can't just buy because your friend says it's going to go up. You got to know who the founders are. You got to know what their business strategy is. Are they quality people? There's a lot of hucksters in the game trying to make a quick dollar. You got to actually calm down, slow it down, and fucking put in 30 hours of homework before you spend money.
Have you sold any of your NFTs yet at all?
I've sold 9 to 20 of my NFTs on like testing how it worked early on. I literally am holding 99% of mine, but I bought all of mine for the long term. I'm not a fucking day trader.
The Union will be pleased to offer amnesty to your wayward vassal.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
Must crush capitalism.
The Soviet Union will be pleased to offer amnesty to your wayward vassal.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
Must crush capitalism.
Scientist jumps like you. So if you have time after the war, you're very welcome. I invite you.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, I look forward to visiting once things are.
This is the most popular artist in the modern world. His name is Beeple.
It's known as Beeple, has sold at Christie's for nearly $70 million.
Oh my God!
I'm going to Disney World!
Best NFT ever sold. We recently went to his gallery event in New York City called Uncertain Future. Jimmy Fallon even made an appearance. And so many others. Beeple was the first to make big waves in the world of NFTs. He went from selling art for $100 to selling one NFT, one piece of art, for $69 million. The first 200 attendees were given these cool flyers, and we thought to ask for our very own drawing to take home. And he gladly did it. He opened the Sharpie and started ripping away. This is what he returned. A genuine dude who is now very popular. I even caught a selfie with him. But more importantly, I came out with this $1 million masterpiece. Probably should hang it, because...
What are you? Yo, what the fuck?
Oh my God!
What the fuck? Wait, what? Wait. Kai. No shit!
God.
What the fuck?
Yo!
What the fuck?
What?
From Drake?
Don't play another artist.
Drake always on. It's from Drake. What the fuck?
All right, wait, Juju, pick a second seat at the table.
Do this one.
To the right?
You received another 43,000. What? You received another 43,000. 58,000. What the fuck? We got another donut.
You can basically do anything with synthetic RNA, DNA. It's like a computer program. So, I think with enough, with effort, that's not too crazy. You could probably stop aging, reverse it if you want. You can basically do it. You can turn someone into a freaking butterfly if you want with the right DNA sequence. So.
How does this war affect everyone in the world? The gas you put in your car could hit $47 a gallon because Russia is the third largest supplier of oil. The more money people spend on gas, the less money they have to spend on the economy to help it grow. The food you eat will also cost more because Ukraine accounts for 15% of all corn and 12% of all wheat, which is basically in everything. Wow, so this war really affects everyone. I'm gonna follow you to learn more.
This guy is the world's biggest Bitcoin bull. Michael Saylor lost $6 billion in a single day when the share price of his software company MicroStrategy plummeted after the dot-com crash. However, Saylor is making the comeback of his century as the king of Bitcoin. In August 2020, Saylor made MicroStrategy the world's largest corporate holder of Bitcoin by converting all its cash to crypto. His company is now valued at $6 billion, which is less than 20% tied to what the business actually does. Now, one of the biggest questions about Bitcoin is upcoming regulation. And while Saylor supports the SEC stepping in, we can only wait and see if Saylor finds himself again in a massive trouble.
will blow your mind. This South Korean environmental engineer solved crypto's environmental problem by turning your poop into fuel. His invention uses a vacuum pump that sends your feces into an underground septic tank that eventually turns your poop into methane. You can receive 10 Huel coins per day. That money could be used for coffee or instant noodles on the campus. How much money would you make? Follow for more crypto news.
Here's the strategy that Banks used to make $9 million with NFTs. Banks claims to have only lost money on one project because of the rule of 3. The basic idea is that you put money in projects that you can afford to lose and buy 3 NFTs for around the same price. Immediately list one for triple the price, so when the project reaches that amount, you cover the cost of the other 2. Now you have 2 free NFTs, so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the project. Then sell the second one for a price that excites you. For example, you list it for 5 ETH, someone buys it, and congratulations, you've made money with NFTs. You found a good project with a good community and a good team that delivered on its promises. Now your third and final NFT. This is what we call a forever purchase. Literally don't sell this one until it's at the top of the market and you can use the NFT to buy a house. Banks says don't even sell it then, but a house would be nice.
Elon Musk just had one of the biggest ratios in Twitter history on Joe Biden. Take a look at this exchange. Joe Biden tweeted out, Ford is investing $11 billion to build electrical vehicles, creating 11,000 jobs across the country. General Motors is making its largest investment in its history, $7 billion to build electrical vehicles, creating 4,000 jobs in Michigan. And then Elon responds with Tesla has created over 50,000 US jobs building electrical vehicles and is investing more than double General Motors and Ford combined. And then he says at the end, FYI to the person controlling this Twitter, because we all know damn well he's not the one putting out the tweets. And check out that ratio. Elon Musk got more than 6 times the amount of likes Joe Biden did. He should have just put L plus ratio plus Tesla's better. And join the Discord, link in bio.
LeBron James is entering the NFT space. This is LeBron James, and he's arguably the best basketball player of all time. And LeBron just filed for 4 NFT and metaverse related trademarks. LeBron filed trademarks for LeBron James, LeBron, King James, and Chosen One. This means that we have to be on the lookout for an upcoming LeBron NFT project. It seems like all the big stars are starting to get into the NFT space. Even LeBron James is entering the NFT space. This is LeBron James, and he's arguably the best basketball player of all time. And LeBron just filed for 4 NFT and metaverse related trademarks. LeBron filed trademarks for LeBron James, LeBron, King James, and Chosen One. This means that we have to be on the lookout for an upcoming LeBron NFT project. It seems like all the big stars are starting to get into the NFT space. Even
the end of Bitcoin as we know it. China's central bank digital currency has been used for 9.7 billion transactions. Over 140 million people have opened an account. Already over 1.5 million merchants are accepting payment through the digital yuan. Now this is important. 10 million corporate accounts have been created. Central bank digital currencies allow widespread adoption. The everyday person will feel safe enough to use these digital assets, and it will push economies forward. Faster and lower cost payments means more business for everybody. You don't think it's gonna happen in the US too? Follow the narrative, not crypto influencers. Let me know what you think in the comments and follow me for more.
Okay, how is nobody talking about this? This is huge! Whew, click it! Seriously. CEO of AMC Theaters has something to say. Hope you're sitting down for this one and brace yourself for some fireworks. Adam Aron, CEO Adam, CEO of AMC Movie Theaters and AMC Entertainment. Your replies just might break the internet, given your clear enthusiasm and interest in cryptocurrency. As promised, the AMC Theaters website now accepts Dogecoin and Shiba Inu for online payments. Special shout out to BitPay for helping us make this happen. SHIB token to the moon!